I'm literally wearing a love pajama. Oh baby, this is not gonna be love. This is just like a very Anncy video. I used to do videos like this back in the day where I just like, oh my god, like why am I here? Like I'm here for a Zoom meeting call with the background and everything. But if there's one thing I can do is talk shit, and that's what we're gonna do today. And I have nothing else to do now. Like I've never been so busy. Every day I'm like up to something. And today's like a day off where I can actually like relax. I just came back from a dinner, but the dinner was 7 p.m. I don't know why people say 7 p.m. is dinner. No, my dinner is like 1 a.m. So I'm gonna have my second dinner today, but none other than our In-N-Out. It is like one of the best, apparently the best burger places here in LA, and it's like Kylie Jenner's pregnancy craving spot. I don't know, it's okay in my opinion. I think Five Guys is so much better, but I thought today I'm just gonna like sit, talk, eat some food. So I would suggest go get yourself some food. I'm gonna start doing this series on my channel where I'm just gonna eat like every once in a week. I think I'm gonna do this. Like I'm gonna get some food, we're gonna eat, we're gonna talk, and like just gossip, right? I would usually want to gossip with other YouTubers, but today it's about me. Okay, I'm like the star of this new series, so let's begin. Totally nasty, something you exactly need to have once you're drunk. Okay, I'm not drunk, but this is like that kind of junk food, you know. And oh, the burger, this is what it looks like. Oh my god, I'm gonna like dive into this. These are the 3 sauces I have. I present to you: mayo, ketchup, and Chick-fil-A. Like honestly, Chick-fil-A sauce is like a different kind of sauce. Like I'm okay paying taxes because I have that sauce. Okay, so let's freaking get into it. Not me eating like in a bougie tray or whatever. Okay, let's get my first bite first. I'm starving a little bit. And fun fact, I actually don't order like Coke and Sprite. If it comes with it for free, I'll take it, but otherwise I always say no. I don't have like Pepsi and Coke in my fridge, so I usually just drink this big jug of water. Link below, it's from Amazon. It is the best thing ever. It reminds me to get my water intake in because of these things, but it's really good. Love it. Moment of truth. Okay, so let's get into it. I shared this story time on TikTok, okay? I posted it and it did good. It's still on my Instagram reels. You need to go a little scroll, but it's right there. So this is a story time about dumb C word. I can't even say the C word anymore because YouTube's all like, oh, don't freaking cuss. So she's a big C. A big DDFFC, a big FC is like the best way to describe this dumb C, okay? But I did make the story time on TikTok. If you watched it, you have. But a lot of people have been crying and telling me, we don't have TikTok, please tell us a story time. So let us start off with how I'm just minding my business. And I never mind my business. My nose is always in someone else's business. But for the first time ever, I had a very busy month. I was busy every day. I'm either selling something, buying something, renting, investing. There was a lot going on. In the midst of all this, I was always on my phone, like always checking for things, updates, and this and that, emails. So this is a time when I was always on my phone. This is very important to the story time. So it all started with me, like, you know, I'm on my Instagram and I'm like scrolling, whatever, and I forgot to say that I posted this on TikTok and TikTok took it down like after 3-4 days. So her dumb ass, I'm pretty sure, reported the video to take it down. You cannot do that with YouTube, so I'm gonna ruin your life now. The way this bitch pissed me off. I'm being honest here. I'm over like missing my parents and my friends and the bunnies. I don't want to go back. Not a 17-hour flight. Nope. But I will go back to Dubai right now to catch a flight and beat this bitch up. Like I really will. I wish I was lying. There's one thing, I'm not a liar. And the rage that went over my body, like, oh, you have to watch the whole thing to understand, okay? So here's the story time. So this dumb cow of a person, I'm gonna call her a cow. It is, am I fat shaming? Yes. Does she deserve it? Yes. I'm gonna shame the shit out of her. I'm sorry, I'm just angry and it's better I vent it out here. This is like a negative space. It's just for negative vibes and energy. So it's like best I vent it up here instead of like, I don't know, stab somebody in like an elevator because I'm mad. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like I'm doing a charity service for the public. Like if there's somebody who's like having a bad day, like you could just come here and like vent to me, be negative, just share everything you hate about things and life and people rather than like shoot up a school or like burn a building down. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to like save people from dying because like you can come here and pour your sad life stories and like tragedies. Like it's fine. Like we're like a okay and open, safe society here. You know, we're very accepting of people is what I'm trying to say. I remember I was cussing her out and someone's like, oh my god, like you're no different than her. Like you're like the same thing. And I'm like, yeah, I never said I'm better than her. I'm literally the worst, but I admit it, I'm honest and I make money out of it. Not a lying cow who's hiding behind like 5 fake accounts. Okay, so let's just get into the story time because I'm already getting mad I don't eat my burger. So I freshly posted a selfie. Also, I love how I look. I love how I don't even look the same. Like, who the fuck is that? First thing I do is I always respond to comments. The first comments, like, they deserve some love. I'm always responding, hearting, whatever they have to say. So I freshly upload this selfie, which is so, like, okay, just like my normal selfie. And then out of nowhere, babe, like, unprovoked, this girl comments from her actual profile. I went to school with you, lol. What a tragedy. I make $30,000 a month. 30,000 a month and you pretend to be a virgin for the same. So I don't know what the correlation of me being a virgin to her making 30,000 makes any sense, but this is what she comments. You can tell the screenshot, I captured it in 2 minutes because it's a fresh new selfie, baby. I'm still reading comments and I'm still like replying to people. So like I'm scrolling and I see this fresh comment out of nowhere. I'm gonna be like, okay, what the fuck, who is this? So weird, right? Like what? Usually I'm so problematic and my comments always, my captions always like create a war in my comment section, but this was literally just a selfie. So here I'm confused and I go like, okay, I'm gonna go check out who this is. Your Facebook, yeah? I type her full name and this is what she looks like. Like this is her head, y'all. Y'all see the head? It's like, there's like a border, like an Indian-Pakistan border. Like you can see a clear distinction. 30,000, you make 30,000 a month, that's your head. If there's one thing I'm honest, I don't make 30,000 a month and this is what my head looks like. I mean, to be honest, my hair's looked a bit fucking ratchet for the most part of it. Like the raggedy extensions, we've all seen it. Let's not talk about it. But that actually proves my case that I don't make 30,000 a month because you've seen my hair. I was like, I'm not doing the expensive extensions. I don't care how rich I am, how much money I make. And you're telling me you make 30,000 a month and this is her head. This was her head. Like I checked on Facebook and I'm like, this bitch. Like,
also, can we please have a look at the caption? Like, this is what I mean. Like the most negative, vile, pathetic people have these like, be positive, share love and freedom today kind of captions. Like, look at this. Once you become a certain age, it is your responsibility to unlearn the behaviors that hinder your growth as a person. Okay then, if you say so.
There's nothing that makes me happy when I see the trolls and what they look like when I see their faces and I'm like, makes sense, you know? Like, it makes sense why you're mad at me, you're hating on me or whatever. Like, I would be jealous too. Like, I would be mad. Like, they don't look like a Facetune Kim Kardashian. Like, they look like this. This is exactly what I picture a lot of my trolls looking. Just this, like the head. I don't even care about the face, the head. This is what I picture them looking like. I usually like find my trolls pictures, I send that to my group chat, we laugh about it, and then we move on. So I take a picture, I send it to my group, I'm like, does anyone know who she is? And I'm asking the girls I went to high school with and they're like, no, we don't remember her, but she was our senior. So I'm like, I remember her vaguely, like being like, I've seen her face in the corridors, but we're not best friends. But you know what? The bitches I went to school with, now they'll fucking claim that we were best friends and I dated their brother and their cousin and their sister. Like, now they'll fucking talk, you know? But back then, I don't know who this dumb cow is. Like, I don't know. Minding my business, just hanging out on Insta, replying to comments again. Drop down your burger. Drop down your meatballs. Everyone just, like, pay attention to this part. She deletes her original comment that she left, okay? Can't believe it's coming out of this In-N-Out tongue-tasting taste buds of mine. She makes a fake account and her username is like, I don't know, whatever. Of course, like it's something you make in the moment. It's not something you planned up. Like if I would make a fake account, it would be like Selena Gomez sexy fan page. Like no, hers is like, I don't know, whatever, 90. That's her username. She makes an account and instantly she comments and then she goes on a fucking spree, okay? So she starts commenting insane shit. She goes on my bikini pictures and she comments, I feel so bad for you. Then she goes like, Christian trash. And then she goes like, Laylee has said that you have no class and she's also canceled plans with you and said you are a poor babe. From now on, we don't say rats, okay? We don't say rats. Can we please drop it? Like, no more rats. Like, I've evolved. I'm a different person now. Poor babes. Poor babes. How is that for a merch? I'm genuinely asking. Poor babes. Can we please make merch out of it? Like, I'm gonna call him right after this, but poor babes. Can you please, like, will you buy my merch? I'm like begging. I want to be called a poor babe from now on and all of you are like my poor babes. Like poor babes attendants, okay? Right now in the chat, sound off. We're all poor babes now. Like I want to be, I'm a poor babe, baby. Do you know the rent I pay in this apartment? Do you know this fucking leaf, how much it costed me? The fucker is fake, but do you know how much the couch? I am a poor babe. She wasn't wrong about that. My apartment, my furnishing, don't even my bank account buy. Like, I don't want to talk about it. And she commented more stuff. So she keeps like dragging about my clitoris hood, my hymen and my labia, like all about my virginity. Like even my gyno doesn't ask me these many questions. And I went to a cis doctor for my cis stuff, like, you know, my condition. And not even my doctor asked me about my virginity. She didn't ask me if I have sexual intercourse, if I'm active, do I have birth control condoms. Like she didn't even ask my sexual history. But guess this rooted Pakistan Indian border head ass looking ass bitch is like so up to my vag. Like she's in my vag. Like she can meet up my sis. Oh my god, by the way, my sis is like okay now. Thank you for asking. Like you guys are so sweet. Like some of you like randomly just like ask me about my sis and it like makes me really happy because it's like it's giving like grandma vibes. My grandma would always ask me like the most random thing like I told her like 5 years ago. So like reminds me when like people like ask me like something so random. So thank you. My sister's doing good. I'm going good. I don't want to be mean, but it's so hard to not hate. It's so easy to hate on people when you know what they look like, you know? If this was an anonymous account, do you think I'll give it attention? Like I'll just put them in the reading hate comments video, you know? I know what she looks like, I know her face, and that's why it's angering me more, you know? It doesn't help when you're ugly, just like makes you even more angry that your troll looks like this and you're dealing with it. Went to high school with her. To be honest, we don't know how long is she gonna stretch. I'm a virgin story. And then she comments, only if BioLite didn't support your face. And then she comments, oh my god, thank you, Anna. She's like, Anncy with the heart. Oh my god, thank you. Okay, this is her because the new comment matches the old comment. So this is the same person. Hello. And I'm not dumb. Like, you're dumb. Like, you're clear. I don't know. How do you make 30,000? What are you? So stupid. You could have waited. You could have given 2 days and then like commented that. But she commented everything in the same minute. When I open my notification bar, it literally shows only her comments. So like she's spamming me like she goes to my feed and she leaves these comments on my bikini pictures, my hottest pictures. So weird, right? And I'm like, okay, now like I was literally shaking. Like I never shake, but if I'm shaking, bitch, I want to deck you in the face. I'm sorry, like I really do. And I'm like, yeah, this is happening exactly as I'm like 5 million miles away from the city. And she's living in Dubai, right? So I get really mad, and stuff in Dubai is very strict. You can't like post about people, talk about people. I will literally be in prison, okay? It's like a cybercrime to talk about people and defame them or whatever. So the fact that she's doing this is like the bare minimum. Like everybody leaves hate comments, but like you know me and like you're spreading like false shit about me or whatever. Like if I bring this to the cop, they will fine her like heavily. Like if you live in Dubai, you know. I've lived there all my life, so I know how it works, and it's like this is not fun. That's why she quickly deleted her main comment and then did it from the fake account. You know, I'm gonna clap back. Like I'm not gonna shut the fuck up, you know? I'm full. Like is this like it's like a skinny girl thing? Like we just take 2 bites and I'm full. Literally 2 bites. Oh. I'm sorry. People who make money don't make fake accounts, okay? They don't have time to make fake accounts. Do you know who has time? Children. Not a lawyer, not a doctor, you dumb dildo, not a scientist. Like, imagine a scientist being like, yeah, I'm gonna make a fake account to leave a hate comment on Justin Bieber's picture. No, it's you. It's your dumbass, you know? Because you're unemployed. I know you don't make 30,000. Don't. Calm down. You don't make 30,000 a month. Stop lying. Stop. And then her bio is so funny. It's like, find me at the bar. So you're a whore? Are you a whore? Like, I'm not judging you, but you know, it's banned in Dubai, right? Like, are you sure you're a whore and everyone knows about that? Do the Dubai cops know about that? Just asking. Find you at the bar. So you're either a bar stool or you're like a bartender. None of that makes 30,000. Stop lying. Or you're a waiter. You're a waiter. You're probably a waiter. I don't know. The people who make fake accounts and like leave comments, it's always kids. And I've done that too. Like, unfortunately, I've made bajillion accounts, managed all of them. And now actually it's so much easier for kids and like for other people to manage like several accounts. Like I have my cooking, I have my Finsta, I have my main, but like back in the day you'll have to like put in the password, log in, log out, log in, leave the hate comment, then log in again. Like you didn't have the option to choose the accounts. It's easy to hate on people and make accounts nowadays, so that's what she did, I guess. And when I posted on TikTok, the way people on TikTok humble you, we should like make a study, like a research study on that, because it's just not normal. Like one comment and they just destroy you. Like somebody literally, like the way I'm ranting, it's so unnecessary, but I'm just like in the mood for that. The way this person literally just said she could have picked a believable number. Like literally, if you say 10,000, I'll respect you. 30, nope, sorry. I just bought a brand new car. I paid full for my car, like no loan, babes. I paid for my bunnies and their food back home. I send money to my parents. I paid for my pedicure. Actually, I do not. Okay, never mind. I paid for my cyst. I paid for my Tinder premium. And I don't make 30,000 a month. Sorry to break it to you. I am not just that rich and very wealthy. I am a poor babe, as she once said, unfortunately. I'm so broke. And I can tell you humbly, I do not make 30,000 a month. And you went to the shittiest school in Dubai. You went to IHS. Sorry, but I say this honestly. If you come out of that school, you're not doing anything good in life. No one I know left that school and became a millionaire, a scientist, or an astronaut, okay? However, I do make good money, and that's only because I'm dumb as fuck and I got luck on my side, I guess. But I went to the worst school on the planet. Like, teachers get paid like shit. Students are literally dying. They get like, the girls in my school were like slut shamed, like your skirt's too short, don't look at the boys. And the boys had all the freedom. They get to like pass on nudes, but no girl I knew was happy going to that shithole of a school. My class was like the smart class, full of all the like the really good nerds. They all were like crying, depressed, upset over the stupid tests and exams we had. Like the way they would pressure you, like you're gonna literally be a whore in the streets if you don't like get 90 on this test. And they all would break their heads to like pass this test. And I'm like, I literally don't give a shit. Like I didn't even like study history and skipped on chemistry. Like I literally don't know compounds. Like I'm the dumbest person. And like I just like made it by myself. Literally even my degree didn't matter. Dude, can I say it again? Like we only say this once and for all. I'm literally a tourism student. Like my degree is in tourism. She said poor babes and she didn't lie. I'm still going on this rant. Like, you need to go get some other snack, I guess. Like, I hate my fucking school and the dumb bitches from that school. That school was just like, it was like made for bitches like me. Like, untalented, stupid as fuck, uneducated, dumb, not capable of holding a conversation for more than 4 seconds, having an attention span of like a goldfish. Me. So that's why I think the school was perfect for me, but I feel bad for the girls who like actually put in hard work and studied to make their parents proud. And that was never in my forte. Like, that was never my plan. I just wanted to study for the sake of like a human thing. Like, humans need to finish school, so I just did that. But I would never in my life like ever want to live that life ever again. I think I'm more of a creative person. Like, I didn't know I was good at editing, and I didn't know I was good at like talking, entertaining people. Like, that's my skill and my talent. At the same time, like, if you tell a chemistry person, can you like turn on a camera and entertain a group of people, I'm sure they can. And it's no shade, they're good at mixing chlorophyll and bleach and making like a, I don't know what the fuck do chemists do. God knows, honestly. Good for you guys. I'm very proud of all the scientists babes on this chat right now. But just saying, like, it really is a skill to sit and just talk shit and entertain people. It really is a talent, okay? Back in the YouTube days, the storytime babes made shit ton of videos, made shit ton of money. The views was insane. So I really think storytime really gets you there if you know how to entertain people. And honestly, that's how like my luck was. And I get it. That's why the girls from my school are not like happy when they watch me. They hate watch me, A. And then B, when they watch me, it's like they don't follow me. This is how you see how she knows everything about me. She knows who Laylee is. She knows what BioLite is. And then she talks about my virginity story or whatever, like my asexuality. You see, so you watch me. And this is a lot of girls from my high school. They'll watch my videos, but they don't like follow me, and they'll act like they don't know me, or they don't know, they haven't heard of me. It's either this or they pretend like they have hung out with me and they know who I am as a person. It's like complete shit. Do you just see like the way she just like makes a story out of her ass? And then when she got caught, I posted it. It's insane. Like, in matter of like 10 seconds, somebody found out who she was. It was so weird because I blurred her name and her profile picture, and I'm assuming she got like a hate train or whatever, because she quickly changed her profile picture. She deleted her Facebook profile, and then she just went like invisible. Like, I'm not like on my phone at this time. Like, I posted my stuff and I went to sleep, like the way time zone works. So my time zone is like completely opposite to Dubai. So I remember just going to sleep, and I wake up the next day and people have found out who she is. My jaw was on the floor. I'm like, no fucking way. Like, people, like, this wasn't the plan. I love shaming people without putting them on blast. Like, I'll tell you stories, but I won't tell you who it is, because I never want to give that bitch a platform. Like, I'll never want her to, I don't want to wake up the next day seeing that she has a Fashion Nova deal because of my me putting her up in my platform. That's the reason I avoid a lot of story times. I'm like, I'm not giving this dumb C a shout out on my channel. People found out and I didn't like that. Now I know the bitch is gonna get destroyed. Like, the way you guys are, the poor babes now, as we call ourselves, like, we're not rats anymore, remember that? So I quickly started to delete every single comment that mentioned her. And just to top it all off, somebody from her own school actually texted me, like somebody who went to school with her, and this was a boy. Shout out to him. He just like randomly sends me a snapshot of what she said about me, which he didn't have to do it, but then, and this is what I mean, like, I don't remember ever having a conversation with her, but I have seen her face in the corridors. She's always had like a mug face. It always made me want to kill myself. She posted this on her profile, and then she says, "Woman is insulting imposters, but the blame is on me. Lamau, so done with social media." Like, this close to booking my plane ticket and flying back. I'm like, you know what? Christmas is right in the corner, and celebrate holidays with my parents, meet the bunnies. We miss them a lot right now, but I can deck this bitch in the face and come back the next day. Like, literally, I was this fucking close. You have the nerve, oh my god, you have the nerve to post. The funny part is that she's on private, so when she's tagging me, like, I can't see it. Like, okay, have fun, like, in private. You have the nerve of tagging the poor babe that is me, and then you're going to just like blame it on somebody else. Babe, that is your profile. Like, that was literally your username. You commented that, and then you changed your profile picture very quick because you got caught, love. You got caught. And I think I like exposed a sliver of her profile picture, and that like fucked her up. So then she quickly changed her profile picture. That makes sense, right? So many people do this from my high school. They go out and they just be like, I went to school with Anncy and she's like this, she's like that, and she, no, we didn't. I don't even know who you are. Don't fucking act like you know me. Now you want to pretend like we were besties. I don't know any of these dumb bitches. And you know what? The bitches that I actually did bully or like be a dick to, I know them by face, by name. because it wasn't like 25 people, it was like 5 people, and I know exactly who, and I have my reasoning to why, and I know what I did to them. So if anyone ever comes up with a story like Anncy did XYZ, I'll always be the first one to be like, no, that's a fucking lie. I know who you are. I will literally contact them directly. The same thing happened. Like, I made a story time on YouTube once, and I'm like, again, people found out who this girl is, sent her so much hate that she deleted her whole page. And again, I'm gonna be careful so that people don't find out who this girl is again. But this girl goes on to share a story time about how she met me. So she goes like, oh, I met Anncy, and she's with her Arab friends. Again, nope, I don't have any Arab friends. Like, people have seen every single friend on my YouTube video. I don't have an Arab friend, so I don't know who you're talking about. Even my following list, I don't have an Arab friend. So like, you just make shit up. And she makes up this. It's so exhausting telling you this story time. I don't want to tell you. I'm feeling like poor babe right now. I really am, y'all. She goes like, you can tell this is like a child writing like a Disney Cinderella story time. She goes like, I met Anncy Twinkle. She was very beautiful and pretty to look at. And then after I looked at her, I went and I told her she's very attractive. And then she looked at me and laughed at me. She said, I have a lot of acne, a lot of pimples, and why is my face ugly? And her and her Arabic friend, all of them laughed at me. And oh my god, this looks like an engagement ring. Maybe I am engaged. I was like, what? Like, can you make it little believable? And I thought comments would be like, oh my god, like, this is such a stupid story time. Are you kidding? No. Like, she could have said anything. Like, she could have made up any freaking story time. The way people are like, oh my god, like, I can't freaking believe it. Anncy would do this to you. Oh my god, like, I don't even know how she has these followers. Like, everyone should expose Anncy. Share the story time. And I'm like, you know, I have a whole agency and a whole management team, and I have like a lawyer and this, and I have like such good friends who this huge platform and all these followers, and like anyone can record me, and if I'm saying anything I shouldn't say, you know, I have people like watching over me. I'm not just by myself. Do you think I would just go out and tell somebody you're so fucking ugly, like kill yourself? Do you think I would say that? You tell me. Me being where I'm at, like, I would be more careful and watch what I say and what I share on the internet. Or like, if I'm meeting a fan, like, especially she said that she was a fan and she came up to say hi. She called me pretty and I just went like, lol, you're so ugly, you should kill yourself. Like, why the fuck? Why would I ever say that to you? You could have totally lied, faked it up and been like, she said that to me in high school. Now that's more believable. Especially if you're a fan, I'm not gonna tell you're ugly and your acne is weird. Like, you can just go on the internet, make an anonymous account and be like, I don't know, Anncy got me pregnant one day, and they will just believe it, dude. Like, the way the internet is insane. Especially TikTok. Like, no one's made a video about me on TikTok, but I'm just saying, like, you could go on TikTok right now and make a story about, I went to school with Anncy, she was a fucking whore, and just because it's TikTok, and if you make it more like shaky and bad camera quality, believed. Like, I don't blame you, because like, I would believe it too as a kid. Like, I'm just here for gossip, you know what I mean? It just sucks. Like, you can just, I think that's the worst thing about my job. Like, I love my job with the money and like everything, fame, everything is fucking perfect. Like, the only thing is that, dude, you can like ruin anyone's life if you want. You can just get up and make a story time and like 500 people will believe them. And there's nothing you can do, because I met a lot of influencers here, and like, some of them have been canceled and, you know, got into some like really, like, everyone has at one point, and got into some really like sticky situations. And I've always asked them one thing, like, how do you get out of it? Like, do you, like, I want to explain myself and like defend myself, and then they go like, that is like the worst thing you should do. Like, you cannot do that, because there's always gonna be like thousands of people who don't like you. You know, what are you gonna sit and like make a video debunking everything? And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. But then like, it hits me that the bigger I get, like, it's gonna be so hard to please like 800,000 subs and 901 million one day. I don't want to get bigger, because when you get bigger, it gets even scarier to you can't please like millions of people. Like, if I have to make everyone happy, then I can't be myself. I have to be a cookie cutter Bethany Moda. Actually, the girls that I went to school with, like my classmates were very, very nice. Like, they were all like very studious and very sweet, and I used to like cheat. And these girls would actually support me. Like, even though they were all like, oh, we gotta study and pass, like, I would cheat and they would be like, no, Anncy didn't cheat. She like studied for the stats. Like, they would defend me in front of the teachers. Like, I had a very nice class. Like, honestly, a lot of them actually DM me and they go like, we're actually so proud of you, where you started and where you are at right now, and like, we watch your videos and we love you, and that genuinely makes me so happy. And like, I respond to a lot of my high school people who DM me, like, because I went to school with them, and I always like help them out, because they have a lot of questions about like what I do, and like, I genuinely help people. If this dumb cow, if she just DM'd me, I would have helped her, but then she wants to brag her 30,000 on her Indian-Pakistan border of her roots. But yeah, talking about it, her friend that DM'd me, he goes like, I was hoping you'd bury her roots and all, but this will do. And then she goes like, I pray for her soul, may God fix her hairline. I remember seeing her mug everywhere, and I'm like, that, like, she had a face, like, you could tell it was just so evil and vile, like very, very negative vibes. And the fact that your own schoolmate texted me that says a lot about you. And I don't know, I'm just saying, fix yourself. Your soul needs a lot of work. It's giving the same thing. How, like, you've said, why does my ring always fly? Is this a bad omen, like, every single time? Yes, it's giving a lot of, like, oh my god, I totally hooked up with her, but you've just said, like, hi to the guy. You've sometimes barely even said hi. Like, you've hung out with him once, and someone's like, yeah, I kissed her. We were really drunk, and, like, we fucked. It's giving that. Like, I'm sure a lot of girls know what I'm talking about. Like, seeing my face in school is so different to actually knowing who I am as a person now, because I'm a bigger bitch now. Like, I'm not even close to what I was in high school. The fact that they claim they know me is just embarrassing. I'm sure that's on her, like, CV. Like, she's pasted knows Anncy Twinkle. Like, and one other story time of, like, what happened and why I believe this dumb bitch. And I know who she is because she watches my videos and she follows me, and, like, we became okay before, like, I blew up on YouTube or whatever. So I just know that she's okay, and, like, I'm okay with her. So we still laugh about it now, but, like, I just know this is, like, the worst thing I've ever done. Happened, like, way back, like, when I was in grade 11. Like, I was just a senior, and I had a friend, like, my best friend, she was Muslim, and she was from a very strict religious family, and she's Muslim, and she's also bisexual, and that part was a secret, and she was still in the closet. She didn't tell anybody else that she was bisexual. She did tell me I'm her best friend, and then she told a guy that she likes that she's bisexual, and that guy was such a douche. He kind of leaked it out to his girlfriends, and one of the girl was, like, mocking her, blackmailing her with it, like, oh, you're bisexual, whoopsie, hopefully I don't tell this to your Muslim family. Do you know how fucked up that is? Like, as a teenager, as a child, like, but, like, back in the day, it was still a little like, what is that? Like, you're bisexual, what is that? And, like, a lot of homophobia, whatever. And it doesn't help that I went to a full brown school, so it was just a lot of, like, mocking and, like, using that as blackmail. And obviously she's blackmailing my best friend, and my best friend is, like, very quiet, and she's like, okay, don't fight, like, Anncy, let it go. And obviously I am so mad. I'm like, I'm gonna deck this bitch in the face. So, and one thing I am is not a liar, okay? That's one thing I'm not. So I'm literally like, I'm gonna deck this bitch in the face. And my friend's like, you're lying, you're not gonna do that. I'm like, okay, whatever. I lied. Sorry. Lied again. I am a liar. So I did lie to my best friend. During recess, I kind of skipped, like, hanging out with her. I went to meet this dumb little cow, and she's like 4, okay, on a good day. She's so short, and, like, she was, like, grade 9, so she's literally, like, 15. I go meet her, and I'm like, are you the girl who, like, literally blackmailed XYZ into, like, you know, outing her? Like, why would you do that? And she's like, yeah, and, like, what about it? Like, what are you gonna do about it? And I was like, oh, so you're so dead for saying that. Okay. I literally I shouldn't have, okay, but no physical violence, please. I went to hit her. Like, I literally went to smack her in the face, because I will do that. Do you see these guns? Like, they're like Chloe Ting or whatever. So close to decking her in the face. I'm walking, and one of my best friends, she holds me back. She's like, what are you doing? You can't hit a child. You will literally be in prison. And I'm like, I'm gonna hit her. I'm gonna bleeding knuckles. I'm like, you just graduated to grade 11. Like, you can't deck somebody. You will literally be expelled. Are you kidding? So she pulls me back. This arm was a little bit empty. So since it was recess, some dumb bitch was eating some croissant, okay? Paris, je m'appelle Anncy. I literally take that croissant that she's eating, and I literally throw it on her face, and really freaking hard. Like, it hit her. It's like a giant croissant. I grab it, and I just, like, go poof. And then I left her classroom, and then she did apologize to my best friend the next day. And we did talk about it. We were laughing, and we were like, remember that time I smacked you with a croissant? She's like, yeah, haha, I remember that. And, like, we're fine. I know her full name, and I know what she looks like. I thought I was a badass. I am not. I still am a poor babe. Remember that. But I remember saying that feeling so fucking cool, flipping my hair. Like, you feel, like, so cool when you're a senior. I can't explain it. But when you're a senior in school, you feel like you can, like, rule the world. Because it's, like, they give you these new uniforms, this new badge. You have, like, this new title to your name. And as a teenager, you want nothing but attention. So this is how kids are. And, like, your high school personality is not you. Because, like, you're a total brat. Like, there was this book that I read that literally said that kids are, like, the most depressed, upset more than, like, adults. Like, at your 20s, you make money. And, like, you're happy. Like, you somehow find happiness in some things. You can buy things you love. You somehow make it work. As a kid, most of the time you're studying something you don't love, and, like, you're suppressed, you're oppressed at home. So that's why kids are, like, they grow up being angry, pathetic, and teenagers are, like, the worst to deal with. So, like, whatever I was with these kids, I don't blame them, because they were behaving as kids, and I was behaving as a kid too. And, like, that's why your personality in high school doesn't make you what you are now. Honestly, mine just made it 10 times worse. But I'm just saying, like, I hate when these bitches, like, pretend to, like, do you think I walk in, like, Target and, like, Walmart pretending, like, acting like that? No. Like, I'm an adult. Like, it's so much more different than my personality on camera. And the thing with these story times is it's so easy to come out and, like, shame these, like, creators like me because it's so believable. Like, I have the type of personality that you look at me and you're like, of course she did this. Somebody's like, somebody stabbed me with a pencil. It was either Anncy, Twinkle, the YouTuber, or B, Mother Teresa. Guess who's gonna choose? Queen, Mother, Nun, or the poor babe? Exactly. I'm gonna get the highest votes because of my shitty personality online, but like, I don't walk around behaving like this, you know? So it's just like so frustrating. Like, you can just get up there and like ruin anyone's reputation, but the minute you clap back and like you expose who they are, they freak out. That's gonna hurt your pockets or your back, you know? 5 things that you got from this video. We are poor babes. Number 1, busy people don't have time for fake accounts. And also, if you're rich, you don't keep reminding people you're rich, okay? I hate to break it to you. What you do in high school doesn't, I promise you, in this generation, in this time and age, what you do in high school doesn't affect your future at all. What you choose in high school is not, most of the time, it's not what you're gonna end up like working as. Like, it's never the case. For my dumb besties who are at my criteria, like dumb, cannot read a book to save a life, a whole poor babe package, and who's like on the verge of getting a tourism degree to like make a living or whatever, you need to find something in the creative field. I can tell you right now, listen to me, okay, carefully, this is like your sign. There are so many ways to make money. Selling things on Etsy, selling things on Amazon, making your own eyelash company, buying cheap lashes off of AliExpress, shipping it to small influencers, asking them to promote it, and that's how you make money. Investing in property, using your mom's money, robbing a bank, doing tax fraud. There are so many ways to make money. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Okay, if you like this series, like genuinely like it, give me, I don't know, like, is it too much? Like, I don't want to be too stingy. It's so embarrassing if I don't reach that, okay? But let me give me 12,000. Is it too much? But let's say 12,000 likes, okay? If you give me 12,000 likes, give or take, maybe 4, maybe 5, I don't know. Give me 12,000 likes and I'll share more story times. I'll share a story that people have been asking me forever and I've been always avoiding it, and maybe it will leak out. I'm feeling feisty today. Thumbs up if you want to see more videos in this series, and follow my Insta at Anncy Twinkle. I'm posting every single day on my TikTok, vlogging. I go live, showing you around my apartment and whatnot. So if you want to see that, go on my TikTok, it's at Anncy Twinkle, or on my Insta, it's at Anncy Twinkle too. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.